So these are the Soundcore V20i, the 30-pound wireless open-ear earbuds. Now, open earbuds are interesting because the whole point is that they don't go in your ears, they just sit outside, so you can hear your music and ambient environment just come through naturally. I've been testing them for a couple of weeks now, and there are some things that I really like about them, and then there's some things which are, well, less impressive. So let's talk about it. First, let's quickly see what you actually get for your $30. Pretty standard packaging here. You get the earbuds themselves, the charging case, a USB-C cable. Of course, we've got to do the satisfying peel on these earbuds. There we go. The earbuds have this nice blue colorway, though I do wish it was matte instead of glossy finish. Nothing fancy here, but you're getting everything you need to get started. Now, let's actually talk about the design and how these work. Now, the Soundcore V20i's come in a couple of different colorways. I've got the blue one here. What's clever about the way that they've designed these earbuds is the way the ear hooks work. You get 3 different size settings, so they should be able to accommodate most ear sizes. You can adjust these by simply pushing the hook within the earbud. The build quality on these is pretty solid for the price. I mean, they're 30 pounds. They've also got IP55 dust and water resistance, so no need to worry about some sweat or light rain. Now, here's the interesting part. When you first put these on, your brain has a weird moment where it goes, wait, what? You've got music playing in your ears, but you can still hear absolutely everything around you. It's really impressive how well this works. Now, if you've already used open ear headphones, you might not have this aha moment that I did, but it genuinely blew me away. To do a really good job of staying in your ears, they feel secure without feeling uncomfortable. Now, one thing I was really worried about with open ear headphones in generally, but also at this price point specifically, was sound leak. Typically, that's when everyone around you can hear the music that's playing in your earphones. Considering these don't actually go in your ears, I thought there would be a considerable amount of sound leak. But honestly, surprisingly, there's virtually no sound leak with these. I've tested it, and unless someone is standing really close to you, like right next to your ear in complete silence, they're not going to hear what music you're playing. Now, the case for these earphones isn't the most compact, especially when compared to something like the AirPod Pros. It's definitely chunkier than the AirPod Pros, but obviously these are bigger earphones, so they need more space. And I mean, for 30 pounds, I really can't complain. Where these earbuds shine especially, and the reason you'd buy them, is for the spatial awareness. If you're someone who goes to the gym and needs to stay alert, or goes for outdoor walks where you need to be aware of the traffic around you, or just work in an environment where you need to be aware of your surroundings, these are perfect. No passive isolation, you're just naturally hearing your environment as you would be if you didn't have any earphones on. It's almost like the earphones are playing some background music to your everyday life. If you've used transparency mode on other earphones, you can know that sometimes it feels very artificial, and that's because you're hearing the world through a mic. I'm used to using my AirPod Pros, which are known for having one of the best transparency modes. I can confidently say that this produces a better effect. Now, granted, it's not actually an effect because you're actually hearing your environment, and so there is a difference. But the fact that these 30-pound headphones feel better to me when it comes to transparency, my 200-something pound AirPod Pros, is absolutely blowing my mind. I can absolutely have a full conversation with someone while music is playing in my ears. These headphones do cost 30 pounds, so obviously there was going to be some drawbacks. The main drawback here is, unfortunately, the sound quality. I'm upfront about the fact that I'm not really an audiophile, so I'm not going to go into the frequency graphs or whatever like that. I'm just basing this off my own experience. And as I said before, I'm coming from the AirPod Pros, so those are my benchmark. Now, granted, the AirPod Pros are like 7-8 times more expensive than these headphones, so really I should be a lot more lenient on these. If you're like me and coming from any pair of decent mid-range earbuds, you're definitely going to notice the difference in sound quality. The audio quality just seems a bit flat and doesn't have that same fullness that other headphones might do. The overall clarity just isn't there. Yes, these headphones aren't going to blow you away by their sound quality, but they're not trying to. What these headphones are really good for is the spatial awareness, and that's why you're buying them. Now, comparing these to my AirPod Pros isn't exactly a fair fight, but I've used budget earphones in the past. I know there's some other budget earphones that are in the same price category that have better sound quality. If you're after sound quality, these are definitely not the earphones for you. I also noticed that when I play my music, there's a slight lag before the audio actually comes through to the headphones. It's not deal breaking, but it's definitely noticeable, and I notice it every time I'm playing the music for the first time. It's definitely not something you're going to get used to, but it's something that you'll just have to accept. Because I was coming from traditional in-ear headphones, I always had the urge to push these further into my ears, and that's not something I should be doing because these stay on your ears perfectly fine. If you're after the best sound quality for a budget, these aren't the ones for you. But if you value the best transparency mode you can get on a budget, these are absolutely what you should be getting. Soundcore also has a really good app for these headphones, and you can use it to customize the controls on these headphones. You get single tap, double tap, triple tap on both sides of the earphones, which you can customize for different functions. Now, at first, I set up the single tap to play and pause my music, but then I quickly realized because I was pushing the headphones into my ear, it was accidentally causing mistaps. So I've set the single tap to do nothing, and then the double tap and triple tap to do something more useful. These headphones also come with a genuinely premium feature that I absolutely was not expecting at this price, and that's multi-point connectivity. So these headphones can connect to 2 devices at the same time. I've connected them to my MacBook and my iPhone, and it seamlessly switches audio when I'm playing a YouTube video on my laptop and then have to take a call on my phone, for example. It works really well, and that's the kind of feature you would expect to see on much more expensive headphones. You can also customize the EQ settings in the app. Now, Soundcore does provide you with some presets. Now, obviously, there's only so much that EQ can do to improve the sound quality of these headphones, but it's good to see that they at least give you the option to fully customize the EQ. And then there's this, well, really interesting feature, customizable lights. As you can see, it's cool, I guess. You've got different lighting options in the app, so currently it's set to flash. You can also set it to react to the music that's currently playing, which is what I have it on now. And you can fully customize what color the lights are going to be or what effects they have. Now, I'm not really sure why you'd want them on your headphones, because when you're wearing these headphones, you won't be able to see these lighting effects. And anyone else that does see them might just find them annoying. Honestly, I'd have much preferred if they removed the lighting feature entirely and put that budget towards better drivers for the sound quality. While we have the headphones on, we might as well do a quick mic test. Quick mic test. This is how I sound on the Soundcore V20i's. And just for comparison, this is how it sounds on the AirPod Pros. So this is a mic test on the AirPod Pros. As you can hear, the Soundcore V20i mic is perfectly usable for meetings and calls. It's not the best in class, but I mean, it's good enough and does a decent job at it. As for battery life, that's been excellent, no concerns there. They quote 8 hours from the earbuds with the case, plus quick charge, which means you can charge these for 10 minutes and it will give you 1 hour of battery. Now, there's no wireless charging here, and I mean, I wouldn't expect it at £30, but they've got quick charging, which is a plus. So should you be buying these headphones? I think for £30, these make complete sense for their intended use case. I don't think you're gonna find a better transparency mode for the budget. Now, there is one important caveat. These headphones retail for more than £30, but you can often find them on sale for that price. So I would highly recommend waiting for that sale to come around and buying them for that price. Absolutely do not pay full price for these headphones. They are not worth the full 50 quid. Soundcore also makes a more premium version of these earphones, the Soundcore AeroFit 2. These look a lot better. They're supposed to have better build quality and sound quality. I haven't tested them myself, but if you're looking at something more higher end, those would be worth looking into. But obviously they come at a higher price point. Now, these Soundcore V20i's aren't going to replace your main earbuds, especially if you're like me and care about audio quality. They work as a great secondary pair of headphones for specific situations like going to the gym or working in the office or just doing some chores around the house. The audio quality limitations are real and the lights are a bit extra, but given the price of these headphones, I think that's totally acceptable. Would I recommend them? Yes, but only if you're in that specific niche where you need headphones for spatial awareness and transparency mode, and don't care too much about audio quality, or already have a pair of headphones that have really good sound quality. What do you guys think about the concept of open earbuds generally? Would you buy one of these earphones? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.